Welcome to Deck Masters, the show where we don't just play our decks, we master them.
I'm Mia, and I've been playing Metaphor Refantasio for 3 days straight.
I'm BZ. I've been building cubes for 3 days straight. We're the Nitpicking Nerds, sponsored by Card Kingdom. That's the place we want you to go if you're going to buy any supplies, product, Magic the Gathering singles even. That's the best website. And Amber's here fresh with her cone.
If you use the code MIABDAY, because that's the best code to use, you can get 15% off all supplies on the site. Because it's my birthday coming up. Give me a little bit of a present. And get yourself one, too.
Whoa, wait a minute. You could use code BZBDAY.
No.
To save the same amount on an order. And since you can only use one with an order,
use mine.
Either you should make 2 separate orders, or pick the correct nerd.
No.
Save 15% with BZBDAY.
Or MIABDAY. We're also sponsored by Dragon Shield, best sleeves in the multiverse.
Good sleeves.
If you use the code
NERDS
at checkout, you can save 5% of your real money tax dollars on your entire order, which includes amber color sleeves. Or you can help the show out, and you can also get amber cat sleeves by searching Nitpicking Nerds into the search bar.
Unfortunately, the sleeves do not have a cone. That's only for the in-person Amber. She's had this cone for a while, honestly, but she hasn't been on the channel with it, so I'm glad she's showing up. But we're also sponsored by Moxfield. That's the best place to build decks, but not now. We're going to be sponsored later, and you're not going to be able to guess when that is. And thanks to our patrons, you make stuff like this possible. Like I always say, as soon as you join the Patreon, all of our lights turn off.
We love you guys, and we also love Amber, but we have to get to the deck, so let's check them out. Today, I'm playing Betor, Ancestor's Voice. My deck is aiming to fill the graveyard and use life gain and life paying abilities to get advantage, while also reanimating with Betor's ability. This hand has ramp and a turn 4 Betor, along with removal and Soul Shatter and Haywire Might to get rid of anything big in my way.
I'm playing Teval, the Balanced Scale, and this is a brew. My deck is looking to fill the graveyard and then cast Doomsday Excruciator to empty everyone's libraries except for 6 cards. Then I'm trying to slowly shuffle back the cards in my graveyard to win the long game, and maybe mill people for a couple along the way. This hand is good, not great. I really think this deck can do better, but I'm going to hit every land drop and fill the graveyard if Teval survives.
We're joined today by TaaliaVess, who's playing Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. This deck is looking to cheat the mana cost of big dragons and also punch with Sarkhan commander damage. Talia's going first, and her opening hand has Ragavan for card advantage and treasures, a great turn 1 play, and a cost reducer with Cloud Key, an awesome way to cut down the cost of those dragons.
We're also joined by MTGMuddstah, who's playing Zurgo Thunder's Decree. This deck is aiming to flood the board with all different types of tokens to swing for a ton of damage. Muddstah starts out with 2 lands and multiple ways to make tokens with Adeline and Voice of Victory, along with some ramp and card draw, so it seems like a good hand to me.
All right, I'm going first.
Good luck.
Have fun.
Good luck. I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to play a mountain. I'm going to tap that mountain to cast a Ragavan.
That's a good turn 1.
Ooh, that is a good one.
I'm a play.
And I will pass the turn.
Sounds good. I'm going to play a tap Savai Triome and feel inadequate after that turn 1 play, and I'll pass to Mia.
I'll draw for turn. I am going to play a Bountiful Promenade as land for turn, and I will tap 1 for Llanowar Elves, and I'll pass.
Ooh, Ragavan beware.
I know. I'm not coming that way.
There's an easy target right over there at Muddstah.
I will also quietly play a tap land and pass my turn.
All right, I will untap, draw, play a mountain. We're going to attack. Let's go 2 for BZ. And I will make a treasure token.
And you have access to this magic card, a swamp. Or maybe you don't.
Ooh. Well, I can't play that, unfortunately. But I will go to my second main. I'll tap 2 and I'll cast a treasure map.
Okay.
I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to play a mountain, and I'll cast a Talisman of Conviction, and I will pass.
Ooh, still no blocker for the Raggy.
I like to live dangerously.
I'll untap and draw. I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs, and I'm going to fetch, going down to 39, and I'm going to go grab a Triome. Cracking this, getting into the Triome, and I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to play Haywire Might, and then I'll pass.
Oh, holding it up too. I will untap and draw. Ooh, hello. I'm going to play Command Tower and a Soul Ring off the top.
Get him.
Okay.
Love to see it. I'm also going to play one of my favorites, a Conjurer's Bauble, and I will have 1 floating, which I will use to play another spell, an Enoch Wayfarer, ETB, I mill 3, and there's a land in there, so it goes to my hand.
Big turn.
That's it.
Big turn.
Big turns.
Love that. I will untap, draw. That's fun. I sadly still have not drawn a land.
You don't need them. They're overrated. Overrated.
Hey, at least you're getting Ragavan treasures.
Luckily, I hopefully can make treasures, but like, yikes. I am going to go ahead and go to combat with my Ragavan, and I'm going to swing this at MTGMuddstah.
I'll take 2, and you get a Clifftop Retreat, which is very glared out.
I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 to cast Sarkhan. When Sarkhan enters, I can behold. So I'll behold this dragon.
Write that down. Write that down.
Sushi.
Free info.
Oh,
free info.
God.
Noted.
No.
Got her.
So whenever a dragon you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Sarkhan. Okay. But if I behold, I make a treasure token, which is great. Now I have 3.
Mono red ramp.
Yay. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to tap. I'm going to sacrifice all 3 of my treasures, and I'm going to play a Reaver Cleaver.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
More treasures incoming.
So, yeah. Feel pretty good about that. I'm going to pass the turn.
Treasures on treasures on treasures. Draw for
I love
turn.
treasures. They're my favorite.
Let's go with a swamp, and we're just going to cast the Sad Solemn, and I will go and find a land while it's Mia's turn.
I will untap and draw. I am going to play Kishla Village, one of the new lands that will come in untapped because I have a swamp in Inditha Triumph. And then I'm going to tap 4. And I'm going to play my boy, the Jude of Purification.
Disgusting. I have a response.
Yes.
I'm going to use Conjurer's Bubble with no target, and I'll just draw a card.
My choice for Jude of Purification is going to be BZ Soul Ring.
Well, that's just a little rude.
Let's go!
It's a little rude.
No, I love it.
I worked hard for this. I spent a whole mana.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did. You did the thing. You played all.
All right,
the
let's
stuff.
go nuclear. I will target the Reaver Cleaver.
Fair enough.
You can choose something that's already been targeted. However, for maximum, you can also choose one of Mudstah's things.
Also choose
I'm
nothing.
gonna choose the sad robot
Sure.
because then I can get Ragavan in.
Oh, that's very true.
Since I'm
Yeah.
getting a draw, I don't want to be the
Sure.
bad guy. I'll just pick the Reaver Cleaver as well, so that we all just lose
Aw.
one thing, and that's
Well,
it.
that's
Wow.
really nice.
That is
Wow.
nice. Mudstah, I'm sending you at 1 at you for that.
Okay, I'll go to 37 for being a nice person. Thank you.
That was too much. That was value that was wasted. Mudstah, take 1.
Learn your lesson.
After that, I'm going to Bass Return.
That'll teach you.
I love Druid of Purification. It is such a great card. Even if not everyone chooses something, I got 3 targets out of it, and it let me keep my Haywire Mite for later. I mean, I was just gunning for your Soul Ring, but everything else is just gravy.
Yeah, I wondered why you didn't blow it up at the end step before your turn, and then I saw the Druid. I was like, oh, crap. This card is so good. I'm so glad we finally got to resolve it on the channel. I don't think you're going to be seeing less of it. You're going to be seeing more of it as we go. Maybe 1 per game. It's going to be great every time, and that will inspire you to buy it. It's actually not that expensive right now.
I
I'll
feel
draw.
that.
All right, I'm going to go Foreboding Landscape, and I've been stymied a little bit, so I will pass my turn.
Good.
Feel bad for me.
I don't feel bad for someone who played
Feel
a
bad for
Soul
me. I
Ring
lost my Soul Ring.
in the first 2 turns.
Pass to Talia.
Untap, upkeep. I'm gonna draw. I got a land finally.
Full art,
All
too.
right.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I love the dragon one.
Yeah, they're super pretty.
I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing Ragavan at MTGMuddstah.
Yeah, I will go to 35, taking 2.
And I will make a treasure.
And you get a Mind Blade Render, which
I'm gonna go ahead and sack one of my treasures. All right, I'm gonna pay 3 and I'm going to cast a Cloud Key, choosing creature. All right, and then with that, I'm gonna pass the turn.
I will draw. Got a Command Tower for turn, and I will cast another Mana Rock with a Felwar Stone.
So many mana rocks on your end.
So many Mana Rocks. All the Mana Rocks. I'm going to cast Cassia's Welcome, which is a fun card. And then new card from Dragonstorm is Voice of Victory. So
Oh,
mobilize 2.
oh, that's
and
nasty.
you can't play during my turn. So I will draw a card from Welcome.
Love
And I
Voice
will
of
pass.
Victory.
I will untap and draw. So many little guys to untap. I'm going to have Temple Garden come in tapped. I'm going to pay 2. And I'm going to play Ripples of Undeath. And then after that, I'm going to pass for turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to crack Foreboding Landscape. I'm going to find a swamp. I'll untap a draw. I will tap, well, play land, and then tap 4 for my commander, Teval, the balanced scale. He's a 4/4 flyer. Whenever he attacks, I mill 3 cards, and I can return a land from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and whenever one or more cards leave my graveyard, I get a 2/2 Black Zombie Druid. That's it for me.
At your instep, I'm going to pay one of my treasures to tap my treasure map, which will put a landmark counter on treasure map, and I will get to scry. Ooh, I need that. Woo! All right, I will untap, draw, play a land.
Nice, nice.
Thank God. I'm gonna tap 3 and cast Atsushi. So whenever it dies, I get to do stuff. And that triggers Sarkhan, so Sarkhan will get a counter. And Sarkhan is now flying until the end of turn, so that's a 3/3 flyer. You know what? Mia doesn't have any flying right now, and you're at 39. I'll send 3 to you of Commander.
I will go down to 36.
And then I will pass my turn.
Neat. I will untap and draw. I have got a Battlefield Forge, and we are going to go to what the deck wants to do. So I'll cast Zurgo to start off. I will draw a card from the welcome. Zurgo is Mobilize 2, which is whenever this creature attacks, create 2 tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior tokens that have to be sacrificed at the beginning of the next end step. And Zurgo himself grants, during your end step, warrior tokens you control have this token cannot be sacrificed. So basically, what he makes sticks around as opposed to getting sacrificed. Cool. All right, and then I will cast Adeline Resplendent Cathar.
Okay, very nice.
Mia, I'm going to swing my Voice of Victory at you, which will mobilize 2, and it will also trigger Adeline as well.
Sure.
So there's a soldier token going at each of you, and there are 2 warrior tokens also going at Mia.
I will block Voice of Victory with Druid of Purification so they bounce off of each other, and I will take 3.
Okay.
I will go down to 33.
Right. I will block my Adeline token and kill it with Teval.
Yep.
I will take 1 damage going down to 39.
That's pretty much it for my turn, so I'm going to go to my end step. I do not have to sacrifice my warriors, and I will pass to Mia.
I'll untap and draw. I am going to draw for turn, and then at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I'm going to mill 3 from Ripples of Undeath. I'm going to mill a Circle of Land Druid, Bleachbone Verge, and Soul's Attendant. I am going to pay a mana, and I'm going to pay 3 life, going down to 30. And I'm going to take this Bleachbone Verge and put it into my hand. I'm going to play Bleachbone Verge as my land for turn.
Crazy.
And then I'm going to tap 5, and I'm going to bring out Betor, Ancestor's Voice. He's a 3/5 flying lifelink spirit dragon that says, at the beginning of my end step, I put a number of 1/1 counters on up to one other target creature I control until end equal to the amount of life I've gained this turn. And I can return up to one target creature with the mana value equal to the amount of life I lost or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. I am going to pass through combat, move to my end step. I've lost 3 life this turn, so I can return either of the creatures. I'm going to return the Soul's Attendant to the battlefield.
Oh.
Pass.
That was like the best Ripples of Undeath. Like
That was
ever.
pretty spicy.
That was really good. All right, untap draw. Oh, that's pretty good.
That card's going to go up in value now, Mia.
Broke the market wide open.
Voice of Victory is up to like $10 right now.
Oh my
Really?
gosh, that's wild.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
All right, I'm going to start by cracking this Verdant Catacombs, going to 37. This deck is very black hungry, so I will get another swamp. And I'll tap 3. I'm going to do a Soul Shatter. Each opponent sacrifices the creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value.
Oh.
I guess I'm going to sacrifice Zurgo because it's tied with Adeline.
Okay, I'll sacrifice Betor.
All right,
Yes.
I got to sacrifice Atsushi. I'm going to exile 2 then. Land and a Magmatic Hellkite. All right, I
Bingo.
like that.
All right, I'm going to move to combat. Mia, you're going to gain a lot of life, so I will attack you with Teval for 4. I have attack trigger to mill 3.
Okay.
I will get a land back. Let's just do this Great Irration City because it's a brand new card. It enters tapped because of Teval, but I can pay 1 and a black and exile a creature from my graveyard to get a 1/1 spirit that does not fly. I also get a 2/2 zombie.
Okay, I will take 4 from Teval, but I will gain 1 from Soul's Attendant. I will go down to 27.
All right, and then my turn's over. I've been sitting on this Soul Shatter for a couple turns. I think it was one of the first draws of the game, and I was really excited to take out Betor because I know this thing gets, like, in our testing games, it gets out of hand really fast. So I was weighing the options between holding it up at instant speed and just attacking you, and I ended up going main phase so that I could get Betor out of the way for you so I could actually just chip in on your life because I thought that was important.
I'm not sure if 4 life is the make or break, but I do use life to pay for all of these cool effects with Betor and other things too, so I do think it's a good use of that Soul Shatter.
All right.
This is why he shouldn't be allowed to attack.
Because I get a Cujo?
I will untap, draw for turn. Okay, I'm going to play this land from exile. So it only costs 3 instead of 4. And I'll play that Magmatic Hellkite.
Also, I gain 1 from Soul's Attendant.
Well, I have a Magmatic Hellkite trigger. I feel like the smart thing to do is get rid of the thing that makes you creatures. I don't know if you'll actually use that, but like...
No, that's fair. This could
Well,
come up because I also get like a token off of it. So this will die and I'll get a
let's
swamp.
do that.
I have my swamp. It is stunned.
Oh, and I have a trigger from the Hellkite entering. Sarkhan will get a counter. Sarkhan is now a 4/4 flyer. Going to combat. Swinging. I'm going to go Mia for 4.
Wait, why? I'm at 28.
Well, because the commander damage.
Because now you'll be at 24, apparently.
I was just going to go all in on my commander damage. I will pass the turn.
I'm really nervous about my life total at this point. I'm worried that commander damage with Sarkhan will actually matter. I'm using my life total as an exchange here for effects, so the fact that it's getting down way lower than everyone else's makes me a little bit dicey.
I like Taalia's attack. I was super impressed with it. I was like, that's perfect because I think it looks like Mia's losing from like a life total perspective, but from the game perspective, she's way ahead on board. Life totals are not indicative of winning, and even though Mia's down to 20-something, she's still the person that should have been attacked, so I loved Taalia was like, no, you're going to get what's coming to you. Like, you're still winning. You need to be attacked.
Also, Moxfield, the best place online to be checking out these decks.
Amber loves it.
If you want to see the deck lists, you can check them out in our link below, which will send you right to the Moxfield links for them.
Whenever Amber builds a commander deck, usually it's a stacks deck. She does love playing stacks, but she always uses Moxfield because they make it so easy. It's so easy, a cat could use it.
Moxfield, get your decks on there right now.
And draw. I will play a swamp. I will cast a Soul Ring because BZ made it look so cool.
Did I?
Trendsetter.
I think I made it look less cool.
I'm going to recast our friend Zurgo.
Trigger.
I will draw from the welcome.
I will go up to 25.
I'll do a Starry-Eyed Skyrider, which it has an ability when it attacks to make something else gain flying, but the more important thing is that attacking tokens I control have flying, so that makes them significant. I'm going to go to combat.
Sure.
I'm going to swing the voice at BZ, and these tokens at Taalia. But on attack, I will get 2 more of these and 3 more of these.
Jeez.
1 of these is going at each of you, and these other are going to go at Taalia as well.
I will go up to 31.
I can't block the flying token, but I will double block the voice of victory.
Okay.
I will take 1 from your flying token, going down to 30.
I will block 1 with...
So they have flying, though.
I have,
Okay, with
I have
your-
1
yeah.
fly. I have 1
Okay.
5, and then I'll take the rest, which is 4?
I
Okay.
go to 36.
Did you want to block a soldier or a warrior, Taalia?
A soldier.
Okay.
So I will take 4, going down to 35.
Yep. And that's actually, I will pay... Someone can produce white, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, perfect. I will cast a Selfless Spirit and gain Mia 1 life because
I'll
I'm
go
a
up
nice,
to 31.
a nice guest.
Thank you.
And I will pass.
What's
will-
trying to get invited back next episode?
I will draw for turn. I will mill 3. 1, 2, 3, which is a Victimize, a Forest, and a Cursed Marauder.
Goodness.
I don't think I'll be taking any of those, though.
Oh, wait, sorry. Let's actually, Muddstah, I assume you want to kill my Wayfarer because I double blocked.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Double
Yes. Yes.
I'll play an Exotic Orchard as land for turn. I'm going to pay 7,
7.
and I'm going to breach the multiverse.
Whoa.
What's that, a board wipe or something?
No,
Nope.
each of you guys are going to mill 10 cards, and I'm going to get a creature from everyone's graveyard.
What?
There you go.
I have a nesting dragon, which is a landfall. You make eggs. I have a swashbuckler extraordinaire. Whenever they enter, make a treasure token. So you can sack a treasure to give double strike.
Oh, that's
Target
very nice.
creature. Territorial Hellkite.
Yeah, I'll probably take it sushi if I had to get.
Jeff Goldblum, Tassiger. The Wayfarer that just died. Kishless Skimmer, I doubt you care about that. Blossoming Tortoise, and Endurance.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tortoise from BZ.
I was hoping you wouldn't.
I am going from mine. I'm going to take Beladros Witherbloom
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
What is happening?
and Muddstah. What you got?
You've got your choice of Solemn Simulacrum, Iroas, Sun Titan, or the Voice of Victory that just hit the graveyard before.
I'll take Sun Titan.
Okay.
Sun Titan's target is going to be a Cursed Marauder.
Okay.
When a Cursed Marauder enters the battlefield, each of you guys is going to sack a non-token creature.
Okay, I lose Teval. Notably, I also get a Leaves the Graveyard trigger because of your Breach the Multiverse.
Okay.
So I also get a 2/2
yeah.
token.
I will go up 4 life because of my creatures, 2 life because of yours, 1 life because of a Cursed Marauder.
I'm going to sacrifice Zurgo.
Sure.
I'm sacking Ragavan.
Blossoming Tortoise, ETB, I'm going to mill 3. 3 lands. It's going to be Phyrexian Tower, Brushland, and the Swamp. I'll bring back Shattered Sanctum. I am going to pay 10 life with Beladros and untap all my lands.
That sounds good. That seems like a fair Magic card.
Nobody likes what you're doing.
I'm going to go down to 28. I'm going to pay 7, and I'm going to bring Betor out again.
Okay.
I'm going to move to end step. I've gained 9 life. I'm going to put 9 counters on Betor. I've lost 10 life this turn. I'm going to bring something back from the graveyard to the battlefield. I'm going to bring back Plague Crafter. So each person's going to sack a creature or planeswalker. Each person who can't discards a card.
Cat down.
I'm going to sack a Cursed Marauder.
I sack a Warrior token.
Did you gain life?
And I'm going to gain a life going up to 30.
I'm going to get rid of Sarkhan.
And after that, I'm going to pass for turn.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so my land is stunned, so it will remove the counter. You get a stupid pest token.
Yep, and I will gain a life going to 31. And here's the
Oh
pest.
my goodness.
Okay, so I'll draw a card. I found a land. I got a Misty Rainforest here. So I'm going to fetch and go to 35. I'm going to grab an Overgrown Tomb, and I'm shocking it in, baby. 33. And if I don't do this now, I might not ever do it. So I'm going to tap 6 black mana. And I'm going to play my boy. I'm going to play the Doomsday Excruciator. So it's got flying. It's a 6/6. And when it enters, if it was cast, which it was, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down.
Are you serious?
At the beginning of my upkeep, I draw a card.
That's insane.
Yep.
Wait, what?
We're in the end game, baby.
BZ is
Yep.
forcing the end game for you guys.
That.
Yep.
Also, I will trigger life gain to gain a life.
Oh yeah, because it is a creature.
Does it matter at this point, BZ? You took away my entire library.
I will pass turn.
Well, at your end step, I'm going to go ahead and scry my card here. Oh, that's a bad card. Put it at the bottom? Is that what I do?
Yeah,
Sure.
totally.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
Yep.
Don't
We're
play
doing
card draw.
it.
See you soon.
All right. It's back in there, though.
So I'm going to go ahead and give myself play of the game here just because this thing always impacts the game whenever you cast Doomsday Excruciator. But unfortunately, as you know from my opening hand, I cannot wipe the board in a meaningful way. I have the non-dragon board wipe that won't kill Beladros or Betor, 2 of the only things I care about on your board. And it would also wipe Muddstah's board, who's the person who can maybe take you out the most. So I figured my best chance of winning is to just go, shrug, rip everybody's libraries apart, and hope that Muddstah or Taalia can maybe mill you out or attack you or something.
It's just so dangerous with Beladros and all these life gain and life loss effects. Side note, we also did read Betor wrong at this point. It can't put counters on itself. I'm not going to spoil it, though. That doesn't change the outcome of the game.
All right. I will draw.
On your upkeep, I'm going to make a pest and gain a life. Not that life total really matters at this point, considering I feel like I have 6 chances to draw and then I lose.
Oh, you have less than that because of ripples.
Yeah, I do.
I don't see how I possibly win this game. There's no chance for me with what I
If you
have
have
in
more
my
cards
hand.
in your library,
This
easy.
is such
Don't
a
put this on me.
weird game.
You exiled everyone's library down to the bottom
That
6. What do you mean don't put this on
Mia,
you?
Mia, I do
So-
not want to hear any politicking from you for the rest of the game. Thank you very much.
All 2 turns of it.
We're just gonna mute her in the gameplay episode.
Goodness.
I'm gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna cast a Sunset Strike Master. So later, it adds mana, but I can also pay 3 and deal 6 damage to a creature with flying. Don't really know if that's
Trigger.
relevant.
I'll gain.
Yes, that's right. And then I'm gonna pay 1, and I will cast a Dragon Master Outcast.
Trigger go up to 35.
Pass.
Okay. Untap and draw. What are we going to get?
Oh, trigger on Muddstah's upkeep, gain a life, gain a pest.
I'm going to Swords to Plowshares the Soul's Attendant.
Sure. I will gain 1 from that.
1 life
Yeah.
on the way out. 1 more.
I will go up to 37.
I'm then just going to go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So X is 9. I'm going to cast Tempt with Vengeance, putting 9 into the X. So I will make 9 1/1 red elemental tokens. And each opponent will have the choice of being able to make the same amount. And if you do, I get to make that many more.
Is this a Unite Against Mia moment?
I will decline to make them.
I'm taking the offer. Let's go.
Goodness. Okay, so that's 18.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Heck yeah, let's go.
I get to draw a card from the Welcome.
I'm going to pay 10 life with Beladros to untap all my lands. I'm going to
You
go down
got
to
it.
27. I'm going to pay 3 in Soul Shatter.
Wow.
Well, guess what? My Doomsday Boy is down.
Magmatic Hellkite.
I'm going to go to combat. What to do?
Oh, what did you
Yeah.
sacrifice?
I sacrificed the thing
Flyer.
that gives everything flying, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I'll swing Adeline and then all the tokens at BZ. So on attack, I'll get to make a soldier token going at each of you. She's a 39-4 vigilance.
In front of Adeline, I will put Haywire Might and Atsushi.
I will block
Yeah.
10 of them and take 25.
And Talia, you just have a 1/1 soldier coming at you.
I'll block with one of my elementals.
So before damage, I'll just sacrifice the Selfless Spirit to give all of my creatures indestructible.
Before damage, I am going to pay 1, and I'm going to sack Haywire Might to blow up my own Ripples of Undeath. And I'm going to gain 2 life out of it. Atsushi's going to die when your stuff hits, when Adeline hits it. When your soldier hits Betor, I'm going to gain 12 life. And when Atsushi dies, I'll make 3 treasures.
Yes, I have 9 elementals dead.
Yeah, I'm not surveilling 2 with Kishla Village. That dream went away long ago. Muddstah has a gigantic attack here. It is big. He just made things with Tempt with Vengeance. He has Adeline. He has a bunch of little tokens too. And I'm very surprised to see most of them going over at you. I got a couple of them, which I was not that happy about. But to see them going at you was a big relief, especially since that seemed to be a revenge swing. Muddstah thought I was going to die to mill, but I have Haywire Might. Shh, don't tell them.
Don't tell him what to say, yeah. But I do think Mia was the better attack here, but I have to be willing to accept payback for nuking everyone's libraries. I understand that that's not something people want to happen to them.
I'll untap and draw. I'm going to just make a pest, move to combat. I'm going to swing. Betor actually goes at Muddstah because he's not flying right now. Sun Titan at BZ, Beladros, Druid, Playcrafter? I have a Sun Titan trigger. I'm just going to play a Curse Marauder, have you guys sack it.
It never gets old.
Yeah, non-token creature.
Friendship with Mia over. Now BZ, my friend.
BZ.
It's too late, sir.
Yeah, I'll sack
Oh.
the Curse Marauder to itself.
All right, can we go to blocks now?
We can go to blocks, BZ.
All right, I am going to offer a trade with the Playcrafter. And I know this doesn't change the math, but it makes me slightly less dead. So I'm going to snuff out and pay 4 life to destroy Sun Titan. So I go to 4 off that. Got there. To Muddstah's graveyard it goes. And then if damage resolves, I will take 6 and die.
Okay. No blocks on Muddstah.
Whoa.
Muddstah will take 12.
12, so that puts me to 22.
I may be gone, but my effect on the game will be felt
That is
for generations.
so
Oh, yeah.
funny.
Remembered forever.
You do that and you just...
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pay 7. I'm gonna eternalize Timeless Witness. I'm gonna bring back Breach the Multiverse.
Goodness.
I'm gonna pay 10 life to untap my lands. I'm gonna play 7 and Breach the Multiverse and have you guys mill the
got
rest
it.
of your library. And I'm gonna
You
take,
got it.
on my side, I'm probably going to take, I'll take a Curse Marauder again, why not?
Just for old time's sake.
I'll take Voice of Victory over at Muddstah.
Sure. Yep.
I'll take Atsushi, I guess, from Talia.
Anyone got any sick upkeep tricks as Mia passes the turn?
And then I will
Wow.
move to end step, and Betor, actually I'll put 10 counters on something else, Beladros. And then I will get something back from my graveyard. I'll get that Witch Enchanter, and I'll destroy Felwar
That should be
Stone.
the...
Okay, Talia.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yep.
die.
You want to scry?
Yep.
Nothing.
I'll make a pest on your death.
All right. Cool.
You got it, Mia.
GG's.
Wow.
You got it.
That was crazy.
Spicy. I love it.
GG's, that was a fun, fast-paced, stressful game. I think everybody's deck kind of got to do their thing. And at the end, honestly, I was hoping you did not see that you had Witness and Breach in your graveyard.
You know, I usually don't get mill wins with that deck, but you set it up and I just ended up knocking it out of the park. If you want to see more games, especially more Dragonstorm games, you can see the precons in action right here with the Howling Salt Mine.